Hello, welcome to Tekla Structural Designer 2024 course, and this is Module 1 Part 2. Okay, in this part, I'm going to be introducing you to Tekla Structural Designer Graphical User Interface. Alright, to start with, Tekla Structural Designer User Interface is divided into several parts. Okay, now I will start from top left. Okay, to the top left we have the quick access toolbar. Okay, the quick access toolbar gives us access to frequently used commands like creating a new drawing, opening an existing file, saving our drawing, undoing, redoing, okay, or validating our model, deleting, and others. Okay, so the second user interface member we like to know is in the top middle, okay, which is our title bar. Okay, the title bar contains the name of our project and the location of the project. Okay, dash Tekla Social Designer. Okay, to the right of the title bar is the sign in or log in button. Okay, to my extreme right, top right, okay, is the common window application buttons, okay, like minimize, restore, or close. All right, so now below the title bar is our ribbon. Okay, this is where all of Tekla Social Designer commands are located. Okay, the ribbon is made up of tabs. Okay, so each tabs, okay, deals with a specific, okay, aspect of Tekla Structural Designer. Okay, like home, we have beam integration, modeling, editing, loading, analysis, design, foundations, report, draw, windows, okay, and other contextual menus that will pop up, okay, in the course of the modeling operation. Okay, the first tab here is the file tab. Okay, this is where we can do our normal operations like creating a new drawing, opening an existing drawing, save as. Okay, we can close our model. Okay, we can exit the software. Okay, we can access our recent documents from the file tab. Okay, the next tab is the home tab. Okay, for me now, let me help you with this. Okay, in Tekla Structural Designer, okay, we work from left to right. So while using the ribbon, okay, the workflow is from left to right. That means you start your work in the home tab. Okay, then you move to the beam integration tab if you want to import a drawing. Okay, then you start modeling. Okay, and once you are done modeling, you start editing your model. Okay, once you are done editing your model, you can start loading the model. Okay, once you are done loading, you can analyze your model. Okay, once you are done analyzing, you design. Okay, after designing, you do a foundation, then you can create your reports and create your drawings. All right, so now let me bring you to the home tab. The home tab also contains few important aspects of Tekla Structural Designer. Okay, the first one is the settings, and the second one is the material. Okay, so this is the setting panel, this is the materials panel. We also have the project panel, okay, where we can set our project properties. Okay, we can set our model settings and other settings. Now the beam integration tab, okay, help us to import models from other softwares into Tekla Structural Designer. Okay, we can also export to Tekla Structures, export to Revit, IFC export. Okay, we can export to StatPro, export to Robot Structural Analysis. Okay, in the model tab, okay, we have different panels and we work from left to right. We start by creating our construction levels, okay, in the level panel, okay. Then we'll create our grid lines, okay. Then if we are dealing with a steel structure, then we'll create our steel members, column, beam, bracings, truss, okay. If we are dealing with a concrete structure, then we'll create our concrete column and beams. Then we can create walls, okay. Can create slabs, okay, and slab openings, okay. If we are dealing with timber structures, we can create our timber columns, beam, bracing, trusses, okay, and so on and so forth. Now we can come to the edit tab where we can carry out editing of our model. We can copy, move, mirror, delete, join, split, okay, and carry out other operations. Then we can go to our loading tab where we can define our load cases, live, dead, wind. We can create our load combination according to our code of practice. We can create load envelopes. We can define our wind loadings, seismic loadings, perform load decomposition. We can assign our panel loads or slab loads. We can assign our member loads and other structural loads. Then we can go to the analysis tab where we can perform different types of analysis on our structure, okay. We can go to the design tab where we can design either our steel structure, concrete structure, or design both steel and concrete structure at the same time, or design our slabs. We can also do other design checks. Then we can go to our foundation where we can define different types of foundation like pad based, okay, design these foundations, okay. We can define our mats and pie caps, okay, and design those mats and design the pie caps. We can move to our report where we can generate different types of reports, okay. We can generate different types of reports in Tekla Structures. Then we can move to our drawing tabs, okay, when we can generate different types of drawing like our general element drawing, slab detailing drawing, and other beams and column drawings, okay. So now the next aspect of Tekla Structure design we want to come to is to our left, okay. This is called the project workspace, okay. The project workspace is also divided into tabs, okay. We have the structure tab, okay, where we can access the structural views of our model and the members in our models. We have the group tab, okay. So all the elements in our model are grouped, okay, so we can access them using the group tab. We have the loading tab, okay, where all the loads, okay, and load combination in our model are displayed, and we can access them, okay. We have the wind tab, okay. We have the status tab, connection tab, and the report index tab, okay. So this workspace is where we perform most of our operations on our structures, like opening a view, okay, and closing a view, okay, checking our members and checking different aspects of our project. And below the project workspace is the property pane or property window. Now the property window, okay, displays the property of any object selected in the model or any view selected, okay. If I click in this window now, okay, and I select any member, the property of that member will be displayed in the property window, okay. So also the property window displays property of an object, okay, before creation. So let's say we go to the model tab and we attempt to create a concrete column, okay. The property of that concrete column will be displayed in the property panel, okay. We can edit the property of that column before creating the column, or we can define the column first, then edit the property of that column. All right, so any view open, okay, will be given a tab, okay, at the top of the project window, Okay, this is the project window. Okay, there's a tab here, okay, for any view opened. Okay, so this is our project window, okay, and we can tile it vertically, okay, and horizontally. All right, now below the property window, okay, we have the show process button here, or show process window. Okay, we can toggle it on and off here. It is the show process window. The show process window shows us, okay, the current status of our analysis design, or the current status of our model. Okay, now close to this show process button, we have the loading toolbar. Okay, the loading toolbar is made up of, okay, load cases, load combination, and load envelope. Any of these options selected, okay, we can come to this drop down list and pick a specific combination. If it is the load case selected, we can come to this drop down list and pick a specific load case. Same thing with envelopes. Okay, so to the bottom of the screen here, we have our status bar. Okay, so this status bar shows us the current status of our analysis and design. Okay, so let's say this is checked because the first order linear analysis has been carried out. So anyone that is not yet carried out will be shown in either red, okay, or question mark. Next to it is our current unit system. We are using the metric unit system now. Okay, you can easily switch to imperial system using the settings. Okay, so next to it is our design code. Okay, and next to it is our current cursor position, okay, in the model. Okay, so next to it is our scenes. Okay, so we have the structure view scenes. Okay, we have the structure view scene. Okay, we have the server view scene, we have the results view scene, and we have the review view scene. And of recent, we also have the footfall analysis view scene. All right, so to the right of my screen, okay, we have what we call the scene content. The scene content helps us to filter some members out of our model, okay, so that we can be able to view our model properly. Like once expanded, okay, I can turn off the concrete beams or turn them back on. So the scene content is a highly powerful filter when dealing with complex projects, okay, to help us to see specific aspects or specific members, okay, in our project window. Now, right in the 3D view of our project window, we have this navigation cube. Okay, we can use it to easily navigate through our model, okay, to see various aspects of our model. All right, with this now, that brings us to the end of mode 1 part 2. See you in the next part. Thank you.